Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for November 30, 2023. And in the news this afternoon, Petra Jam commits to meeting IC rules after 4 employees charged. Starting after the Integrity Commission announced that 4 of its employees are to be charged for failing to submit their 2019 statutory declarations, the state-owned oil Petra Jam Limited on Wednesday indicated that it has instituted measures to reduce the possibility of a recurrence. According to Petra Jam, each of its 255 employees has an individual responsibility to file his or her declaration. However, to encourage full compliance, it has instituted several measures to promote the urgency of this requirement throughout the organization. In collaboration with the Integrity Commission, as early as January of each year, a drop box is placed in the Human Resource Development and Administration Department to facilitate the submission of the declarations. Historically, employees have been able to submit their declarations either directly to the IC's office or through the IC's drop box at Petra Jam. According to the company's records, last year, 215 staff members opted to submit their declarations by way of the drop box, said Petra Jam in a media release. The company said annually it stages an extensive internal education campaign as early as December to promote compliance among staff. Flyers and posters and weekly messages are also sent to staff, reminding them of the March 31 deadline. Petra Jam has also worked closely with the Integrity Commission to highlight to staff the importance of the timely submission of these reports. The IC has from time to time made presentations to Petra Jam's staff emphasizing the significance of adhering to the Integrity Commission Act and outlining the consequences of non-compliance. The last presentation was in 2021. Instructional videos produced by the Integrity Commission with information on how to complete and submit the forms are also shared with the Petra Jam team, the company said in its release. We underline Petra Jam's commitment to continuously raising the bar of transparency and accountability and good governance. We consider the Integrity Commission a valuable partner in accomplishing this goal and will continue every effort to promote compliance with this regulatory requirement among our staff, added the company. In a report tabled in the House of Representatives on Tuesday, the IC's Director of Corruption Prosecution, Keisha Prince Kamiko, ruled that Petra Jam's customer service representative, Wayne Summon, process engineer Michael Wilkinson, terminal technician Sidney Brown, and administrative assistant Cheryl Blair should all be charged for the breach of Section 43(1)(a) of the Integrity Commission Act for failure to file a statutory declaration for the period ending December 31, 2019. In the report, the Commission's Director of Investigation, Kevin Stevenson, said all the cited employees who have a legal obligation to file a statutory declaration with the Commission failed to do so during the review period without providing reasonable cause. Stevenson said that having failed to adhere to that obligation, the 4 employees were notified by the Commission, given time to comply, and when the time for compliance elapsed, they were given a further extension, but to no avail. He said they were given a further opportunity to discharge their liability by way of paying a fixed penalty to Tax Administration Jamaica, as well as to submit the outstanding statutory declaration to the Commission, but again without a success. Based on the foregoing, the DI finds in all of the circumstances of this case that a referral to the Director of Corruption Prosecution is justifiable, said Stevenson. Shanika Gray had 48 missed calls the day she went missing. A classmate of murdered schoolgirl Shanika Gray testified on Wednesday that on the day she went missing, her phone kept ringing and she had 48 missed calls. He was the 5th witness to take the stand in the murder trial of Gregory Roberts, who is accused of stabbing the 15-year-old girl to death. The witness said that on January 29, 2017, he was at a classmate's funeral and Gray was also in attendance. He also testified to being at a KFC on Howard Cook Boulevard in Montego Bay with Gray and another female schoolmate, and how they all left together about 8 p.m. to get taxis that would take them to their respective destinations. He said he learned of Gray's disappearance at the school the next day. Asked by the prosecutor if Gray had a mobile phone with her as they made their way to the taxi stand, the witness replied in the affirmative. Yes, she had a cell phone, but she never answered it, the witness said. During cross-examination, Robert's lawyer, Chumo Paris, sought to find out what had transpired during the times that Gray was with her friends at the fast food outlet. When you were at KFC, did you see her go over to anyone and speak to anyone in the parking lot? The defense attorney asked. The witness said no. Paris then made reference to the 48 missed calls and asked the witness if Gray had spoken to anyone on the phone. She had a cell phone that kept ringing, but she looked at the phone and didn't answer it. I saw 48 missed calls but couldn't see who was calling, he explained. The witness went on to say that after he left Gray to go to the taxi stand, it appeared as if she was receiving a call. Did you observe whether or not she went inside a car? Or can you say how long she remained in the vicinity of Stanley Patty's? Paris asked. The witness answered no to both questions. A previous witness had testified on Monday that on January 29, 2017, Roberts came to him wearing blood-stained clothes and showed him a video of himself stabbing a young girl. Gray was found dead in bushes in Irwin, St. James with multiple stab wounds on February 1, 2017. The trial continues today. Police searching for gunmen who robbed a club in St. Elizabeth. The St. Elizabeth police have launched a search for a group of gunmen who stormed into a club in Bellevue District Wednesday morning, making off with millions of dollars worth of items. The attack occurred about 1 a.m. It's reported that 7 men armed with handguns stormed the 777 club and demanded money. They reportedly robbed the owner of the establishment of 5 poker boxes, valued approximately $3 million, and a quantity of assorted liquor. Several patrons in the club were robbed of cash and cell phones. One of the patrons was reportedly gun-butted by one of the robbers, resulting in him receiving a wound to the head. The gunman reportedly fired several shots before leaving in an awaiting motor car. Manchester farmer bemoans a loss of cow to predial thieves. Predial thieves struck in Martins Hill, New Green, Manchester on Wednesday morning, but were forced to abandon the prized bull they slaughtered after residents raised an alarm. Paul Sherwood, a cattle farmer, said he was alerted by a resident who saw suspicious activities just before daybreak. The police responded, but the thieves escaped. Mr. Sherwood said they made off with a portion of the meat.
No, when I came, I saw the belly there. I saw the half of the cow left right at the roadside at the wall where they took up the rest of it. And it seemed like the police came, and because they was beginning to come out, apparently they had to rush and leave. And they took up what they could and left the rest of it. Right now I'm going to have to try to burn the belly and dispose of the rest of it. And it's a big loss for me. That cow value quite a bit of money. I had that cow for about 5 years now.
President of the Manchester branch of the Jamaica Agricultural Society, Jones Oliphant, said discussions are ongoing with the police to address the problem of predial larceny. Mr. Oliphant said many farmers are opting out of the profession because of losses to predial larceny.
Audio